How you going today, guys? Back on VL. Today I'm going to be working on sheeting out this boot area. So you saw in the last episode we've got the coilovers mounted. Now we need to sheet in here to that fuel tank. Probably put a couple of braces, sort of like a H-frame kind of thing, and then fuel tank in there, and then sheet around it. So I've got some sheet over there, I'm going to drag that out. I've sort of already roughly measured how big this space is, at roughly about 600 by 900. I've added a little bit because I'm probably going to trim it down a bit more. But yeah, so let's get into it. So here is the diff cover piece in. There's a bar there between the rails. I'm actually going to make pieces come off that to mount the fuel cell off. It's all cleat coat in. There's a couple of screws in there just to pull it down. I'm actually going to pull that out now and copper prime everywhere before we go through and tack it all in, and then we move on to this section. So let's pull it all back out again. So guys, I didn't record it a little bit, my bad, but just tacked those two braces in. They support the fuel tank. What I've actually gone ahead and done is cut this piece. Our CAD design, like always, to fill that final space. Mark the fuel tank, cut it out as well. I have also already cut the sheet metal piece. My job now is to lay that on top of that, mark that hole, cut it out in there, double check it fit in here, drop the fuel tank back in. If it's all good, I'll drill a heap of holes around it, mark the underside so I can plug weld everything in, and then I'll copper prime the top surface of that, put that in for good. So let's do that. So there it is, sheet is in, fuel tank sitting in, all click coat in. Now we're going to pull that back out, mark down the side of the sheet, copper prime everything, weld it back in once it's dry. So let's move on, get this out of here. So there it is, all cleat coat back in place after copper primer. Now I'm going to go through, weld a hole, take cleat coat out, and so on all the way around. I've still got to drill a few more holes around here. I just didn't have enough cleat coats to do that. So that's next. Righto guys, that actually concludes our VL series. This car is actually going back to its owner this week. So all the work necessary has been completed. Floor link is in, coilover's mounted. We've shaved the shaved the boot, fitted tubs, struts, rear window supports. We fitted the fuel cell. So yeah. So like I said, this car is going back to its owner this week, and I don't think it's coming back. I'm pretty sure it's not coming back. But yeah, so all I've got to do is clean up, pull the mock-up motor and box out, and she's out the door. And we're on to this one. This fella's been waiting very patiently. So we've got to do him next. But, like I said, this concludes the VL series. If you've got any questions, feel free to message us on Instagram, and we're happy to sort of answer what we can. Don't forget guys, when you're doing something like this, please consult your engineer. It's a big job. It needs to be approved. Like we covered in those first episodes, you're pulling those rails right in, bringing the tub right in. So there's quite a lot of modifications. So yeah, please consult your engineers guys before commencing on work. But that shows you pretty much what you can do in the back shed with a grinder, MIG welder, bit of sheep, and a bit of can-do attitude. So yeah. Alright guys, we'll probably wrap it up there. There's no code word this week. Might take a break for 1 week. And yeah, on to the next thing. So don't forget to like, subscribe, make sure you comment, share the video around, hit the notification bell, and we will see you next time on Backyard Builds.